nothing but fishing thing.
You join me around the back of Withypool at Hunt Street Complex. It's 27th of March and it's actually coming up 10:30. I've been rods out probably about 20 minutes and the weather is really nice, actually quite warm, and already I've seen a carp go along just under the surface. No surface gear with me, but it may be a case of hobbling together a little zig rig later on if I see some more mooching around on the top, because it's actually pretty warm. For forecast says no warmer than about 8-9 degrees, but that sun coming down, it feels pretty nice, so I'll have to keep an eye out on the water. Like I said, I am round the back. I'm fishing both rods by the island, sort of towards the refuge, probably a good 6 foot out, fishing quite tight on the drag, so if I get a few beeps I will be straight on the rod and make sure they don't get any ground on me in towards the refuge. On the right rod I'm fishing a little squid pop-up, and on the left rod a bottom bait bloodworm with a squid pop-up as well, and that's perfectly balanced, just slowly going down on a little KD rig. So I'm liking the rigs, I'm liking the positions, liking the weather. I just hope that some fish like it all too. So fingers crossed, first carp of the year. Spotted a couple of fish, well, one mainly, just under the surface around the corner. So wound in. I didn't bring any surface gear because it's the end of March, for goodness sake. I didn't expect there to be fish on the top. Anyway, there's a nice common sat just under the surface, so packed up, bring him out. A little size 10, a couple of little pop-up corns on the hook, and as a little float, I put a couple of pop-ups on with another bit of corn just to hold it there, so hopefully they don't go for that big bait, and get it as quiet as possible, because hopefully my first fish of the year will be off the surface. Is it still there? Yep, it's still there. I'm just going to put the camera down over here, and hopefully we'll have something. So it's really close to the camera, isn't it? Well, it's come to the end of the session. It's always going to be quite a short one. I'm normally quite a calm person when I'm fishing, but today I can honestly say is the most frustrated and angry I've ever been whilst fishing, and that's not what fishing's about. So I've had a pretty crap day. Not filmed much because I ditched the cameras just to focus 100% on trying to catch one of those little shits, and it just wasn't happening. I had them all over the surf, well, just below the surface around the back here. So already frustrated I didn't bring any surface gear because I wasn't expecting them to be on the surface. So I hobbled together a couple of pop-ups as a float and a size 10 hook, and tried a little bit of pop-up corn. Ever so finicky, trying to take even the free offerings of little bits of pop-up and things. They took 1 or 2 bits, and I kept on seeing them even in the margins, mid-water by the island. Cast through them, they'd swim up to it, swim away. Obviously because I'm only fishing with synchro line, so the line's useless for surface fishing. Baits weren't any good. Didn't have a pop-up, a float or anything. 2 swans came round, completely ruined it. And it's just been one of those days. And to top it off today, some people have just non-stop beeped their bloody alarms, to the point I nearly snapped my net handle in half. So, yeah. This isn't how I normally am on camera, but I document my fishing as it is, and as it is today, I have really not enjoyed it. So, Thanks for watching if you have anyway. But I'm done.
Finally got one, first of the year.
As I was just saying, the pouring rain, 10 minutes into the session, I have finally caught my first carp of the year. Been resting in the mat, in the net for a little bit. So he's a little bit wriggly, so we'll try and hold him up. Come on, mate. And my first carp of the year, let's be a nice one. Finally, probably just under doubles, maybe about double figures. First carp of the year. This is like a Lion King moment. I'm so happy to catch you, little man. Beautiful fish, lovely colours on it actually. Almost two-tone, like one part of it's pale, then it gets darker. Really pale on the head. Also like slightly ghosty on it. I was on the right rod in the margin. I wasn't going to blog today unless I caught fish. So hopefully there'll be lots of blog entries with lots of fish. Beautiful. Thank you, mister.
Ben's only going to give me a phone call, say he's got a dirty girt common in the net.
Seven.
21.7.
Alright, here we go, a nice common from Mont Street Lake. Probably been in the swim about 20 minutes. And 4 baits over the top of a single hook bait, so one's lumped out, and he's away very sharpish with a rather fat common, so happy days. As I look over my shoulder now, there's still some activity, so early in the day we might even get another one, but shouldn't be too greedy.
Well done, mate.
Right, I've nearly finished the edit for this video. I'm on it right now. That was actually the last blog entry of the session yesterday. Ben did then go on to have this lovely £27 1 ounce mirror. Unfortunately couldn't get hold of me when he had the fish on the bank, so it's just a picture. But in the time it took him to catch 2 20s from the main lake, I'd had that one common. Although I was extremely happy with that common, it was quiet on there compared to the main lake, which had actually been fishing very well recently. So I up sticks, got Ben to pop round with me and help me take all my gear onto the main lake. Set up and fished there for the rest of the day, which is where the camera went into my bag and stayed in there. I didn't bother to film, as I said. I only took the one camera and the one lens yesterday, and it was only going to be blogging if I caught, so that stayed in my bag. And I just simply enjoyed fishing with Ben and other people around me. I saw plenty of fish yesterday, and even had the opportunity to photograph someone's 30-pounder for their birthday. So, and that was about 10 minutes before the gate shut. It was just a good laugh as well to be out, saw lots of people, and just generally enjoy it. It's just completely different to what you saw mid-blog in this one, when I was completely fed up with fishing for a bit. So, safe to say, after seeing all those fish and having a good time, I'm not going to give it up. I'm just going to reevaluate how much I put into me filming and things when I'm fishing, I guess. So, cheers for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Find me on Facebook and Instagram, and hopefully I'll see you again soon, where I'll be catching some more fish, because I don't want to blank anymore.